If you care, watch what happened today. After the first light, there is learning, not the kind written in books or taught aloud, but the quiet education of closeness, how two souls begin to recognize the weight and the warmth of each other's truth. Loving you is not a single moment, not a spark frozen in memory, but a slow unfolding, like a road revealing itself only as far as we dare to walk it. I am learning your silences. They are not empty, they are filled with the thoughts that move more carefully than words, with feelings that sit patiently until they are ready to be named. I am learning the sound of your joy, how it rises unexpectedly, how it spills over and changes the temperature of the room. When you laugh, something ancient in me remembers why humans learn to sing. I am learning your storms too, the way your brows knit when the world presses too hard, the way your voice tightens when old fears wake up hungry. I do not step back from these moments. I step closer because love I am learning is not proven in perfection, but in presence. There are days when the sun feels distant, when hope arrives late, when the mirror is unkind, and the future looks undecided. On those days, your love does not vanish, it becomes a shelter. You do not demand strength from me when I am tired. You do not ask me to shine when all I can do is breathe. You let me rest inside the truth of being enough exactly as I am. And I learn how to hold you without gripping too tightly. I learn how to love you without shrinking you. I learn that devotion does not mean possession, but protection of freedom. We are not identical flames. We burn differently, but we warm each other without competing for oxygen. Time passes, not loudly, not dramatically, but with the steady footsteps of something inevitable. Seasons change around us, and we change too, not away from each other, but into deeper versions of what we already were. I begin to see the future not as a distant dream, but as a familiar shape. It looks like mornings where your name is the first thought. It looks like nights where silence is shared, not feared. It looks like disagreements handled gently, like hands reaching out instead of walls rising up. It looks like forgiveness that does not keep score, because we will fail sometimes. We are inhuman. We will misunderstand, misstep, miss moments. But even our failures will be held inside intention, the intention to return, to repair, to choose each other again. I used to think love was something you found and hope not to lose. Now I know it is something you build daily, deliberately, with patience as the foundation and the honesty as the walls. There are memories we have not made yet that already feel real to me. Places we have not been that already feel like ours. Not because they are guaranteed, but because we will meet them together if they come. And if they don't, if life bends differently than we expect, I still choose you in whatever form tomorrow takes, because loving you has taught me something essential, that certainty is not required for commitment, that faith does not mean knowing the ending, only trusting the journey is worth the walking. When I say mine, I do not mean owned. I mean recognized. I mean chosen. I mean held in the heart with care and reverence. You are mine the way truth belongs to the brave, the way prayer belongs to the hopeful, the way home belongs to those who dare to return. And I am yours, not diminished, not rewritten, but fully myself, offering my love as something alive and growing. Between us, something sacred is forming. Not loud, not perfect, but real. And real love, I am learning, is the rarest miracle of all. You gave me what I have needed, not as a gift wrapped in certainty, but as rain given to cracked earth, as breath returned to drowning lungs, as warmth finding a body that had forgotten what fire felt like. You did not arrive loudly. You came like dawn, soft, inevitable, undoing the long tyranny of night without ever asking permission. You light my life, not like a match that burns and dies, but like a sun that teaches shadows where they belong. You set me on fire, and somehow I do not burn away. I become more myself in the flame. Before you, I lived carefully. I folded my dreams into neat corners, kept my laughter quiet, measured my love in portions small, enough to survive disappointment. But you touched me like truth, and suddenly moderation felt like a lie. You make my day, not because every hour is perfect, but because even the broken ones know your name. You let me live, not merely exist in the ritual of waking and sleeping, but live with risk, with hunger, with open hands. When I walk through the world, now I feel accompanied. Even in solitude, there is an echo of you in my chest, a steady yes beating where doubt once ruled. from dawn till dusk, you will be mine, not in possession, not in chains or promises sharpened into fear, but in the